What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, you know I like headlamps, and a buddy of mine was asking me about headlamps because he was doing some jogging at night through the woods, and he said that the last headlamp he used was so bad he actually had to wait for someone to come by so that he could follow them. And I was like, well, you know what? They make some really crazy big headlights. This is a 3-Cree T6 LED headlamp, not unlike some of the ones I've shown you before, but I just love them. We do have the power charger right there, and then the headlamp here. Oh, looks like here's the batteries for it. So we've got two lithium ion batteries, 18650s, so that's nice that they're included right there. And then here is the headlamp itself. Knocking over everything. All right, and as you can see here, it's already all put together. I love these headlights. Stretchy fabric, you know, the whole headband piece is already installed. We do have a round plastic front piece that's going to sit on your forehead. The band weaves in the inside, so you'll have actually this fabric against your forehead, unless it's against your hair or something like that. Then on the back, we actually have the battery box where we'll put them in. The box itself is plastic, and then the cover just pulls off here, and that's rubber. So I'm going to show you that you can just put these in, and you can actually charge these in the case itself. Now I just want to make sure I'm putting it in the right way. Yep, positive, goes in the same direction on both. Now the little rubber cover here is tethered, and it just kind of wraps around the little lip there, so you can just press it back on. It's really easy to get on and off, and it keeps it pretty water resistant. Here is the plug for recharging it, and so you can plug it in there and you can charge these batteries right in there. Now this little white light here, especially if I turn it on here, I think what you'll see is that it's actually a red LED, and so as I turn it on there, you get a little bit of a human tail light, which is kind of cool. So especially if you're running, you know, outside biking, you'll have a little bit of a red light behind you, kind of giving you a little added safety, which is clever. And it's also kind of nice to have the batteries on the back. It kind of balances out, you know, especially when you have a very powerful big headlamp like this and the big elements on the front. It's kind of nice to have the weight on the back. You can see here we have a coiled up cord transmitting the power all the way to the front, and then we have the headlamp itself, and you can see we have some slots here with a little detent on the back. That's going to allow you to do your adjustments here. Probably 100 plus degrees of adjustments from up all the way to down on your feet. Looks like it goes almost all the way straight down, so that's pretty clever. And then we have what looks like, oh, these look like metal alloy, the gold parts, kind of flashy, a little bit of bling there. Seem like some sort of metal alloy, some sort of aluminum alloy. And what I love here is you have two side LED spotlights and then one larger one. And if you can see here, what we have on this like crown here is the ability to turn it, and if I hold it in here, what you can see is that LED element behind the lens. The lens itself isn't moving, but the LED platform is, and so you can kind of focus or widen the beam. The side ones you usually cannot, but now we will have usually a number of modes here. So if I turn it on, we've got the middle light on, and I'm not sure if you'll see this, but if I kind of twist it, we get to a pencil beam, to a wide beam. And then if I hit it again, we get the side lights on, which are kind of nice. And then if you hit it again, we get all three lights on. This is max brightness. And then we get strobe, which is very bright, all the lights, and then off. So really, really cool. I really like these. So you can kind of dial in the light to what you need. And, you know, if I were a jogger at night through the woods, this is the headlamp I would want. I would want to make sure these are all charged up. But really, really cool. Now we need to see how well these suckers do out in the darkness. And I've got the headlamp on, and I'm just going to hit this first button. Man, you can see what that does, right? This center spotlight is just crazy, and as you can see, as I crank it down, we get to more and more of a pencil beam. We can even see the shape of that LED element out there, and man, on this level, just that center beam, it is freaking bright. And man, if I widen the sucker up, I will tell you what, man, if I were my buddy jogging in the forest at night with no other ambient light, this is going to be more than adequate just on the center beam. Now if I hit both the second button, or the button twice, now I'm lighting up with those side beams, you know, those two side LED elements, and this is creating, man, just a really great spotlight. I actually can't see two different patterns here. They're blending together quite well, and they are really, really bright. You can see those trees out there lit up, no problem. I mean, there's this headlamp, even though we have three different lights, you know, the center light, the two side lights, or all three together, there's really only one mode, and that is stinking bright, because it really is bright. Now if we do all three here, and then I can even kind of pencil beam my main light, I still have the side lights casting a really wide pattern. You know, this will be great for seeing out far distances and having everything illuminated right in front of me. So I mean, these are really the best of both worlds. I mean, and if you need a lot of light on your head at night, this is the only one you should have. And if we go one more click, I think we're gonna get strobe, which is gonna make me nauseous if I do that. But man, so cool. I tell you what, if I only had one headlamp to meet all my needs, tactical, camping, running, jogging, biking, you know, this is the one, man. It just does everything. Just unbelievable. Man, I mean, it's lighting up the whole row of trees out there. I don't know if you can see that, but kind of crazy. Anyway, listen, this is a fantastic headlamp. I'm going to put a link to it in the description if you want to pick one up. Peter Von Panda out.